So how to RIZZ woman. If you're new to my videos, make sure to like and subscribe. For all you guys who don't know what RIZZ actually means, it's just another word for game. So number one, when approaching a woman, don't approach her like,
hey, I like you.
Hey.
oh, we should date. Don't approach her like that. I see a lot of men today approaching women, oh, can you be my girlfriend, thinking that this is Disney Plus. But when you ask her questions regarding, oh, can I be your girlfriend, you put way too much pressure on her.
Sorry, will you be my girlfriend? No? Excuse me, sorry, will you be my girlfriend?
You force a woman to make a decision right in that moment. For all you guys who've been watching me for a while, you guys know that women hate making decisions. So before you go ahead and ask that questions, there's some steps that you need to do. 1, gauge her interest. 2, get her contact information. And 3, actually go ahead and set up the date. So when you're approaching a woman you don't know, and this is 1 by the way, you need to gauge her interest. You need to know if the woman is feeling you. So all you have to do is have a regular conversation with her. Is she into the conversation or is she not? And chances are, if she's not in the conversation, you should not be asking this girl, hey yo, can I be your girlfriend? Look at her body language. Is it facing toward you? Is she fixing up herself and flipping her hair back and making sure she looks good? Or is she doing the opposite of all of that and just trying to speed up the conversation and try to get you away from her? So let's say you're in a grocery store, you see a woman that you like. She's in the aisle, she picks up some salt, or not some salt, let's say she picked up some seasoning. You could be like, oh, is that seasoning good for the food that you cook? And chances are, if she finds you attractive, naturally she's gonna want to have a longer conversation with you. So when you're talking to her, I want you to also use open-ended questions, because this is actually going to keep the woman talking to you. So as the conversation is coming to a close and you feel like that, oh, it's time to actually leave now and go about your day, this is where you're gonna actually know if this woman actually likes you or not. Now the key to this is, now if she gave you a longer conversation, 9 times out of 10 she finds you physically attractive. If it was short to the point, don't even bother to ask this question. But now you actually need to collect her contact info, and you could be like, I had a nice conversation with you, I feel like you're a pretty cool girl, why don't you swing me your digits, or IG or Snapchat or whatever you want to use to contact her. If she gives it to you, that's a plus. If she doesn't, you move on with your day and you move on with your life. But let's say she finally did give you the digits. This brings me into number 2. Wait a little bit before you actually text her. What every man is gonna do, as soon as they get the digits, they're gonna start blowing up that girl's phone. But you actually need to wait a day or 2 before you actually start talking to her. Because realistically, if you start talking to her right away, let's say an hour went past since you talked to her, oh, this is the guy at the store, remember that we had a good conversation? Of course she's going to remember that you had a good conversation, because you were just talking to her an hour ago. Now you're going to make her believe that you're a little bit too desperate. When a woman can sense that you're way too desperate, they start to pull back. So you need to be on your A game. You need to get your RIZZ points up. Wait 2 or 3 days and then remind her, hey yo, I was that guy that was talking to you at the store. So now you're starting a conversation in text. The only goal with text is to set up the date. You don't want to be in no long talking with her. You don't want to be in long paragraph texting, because then she's only going to see you as a texting buddy, and you don't want a texting buddy. You actually want to see a girl, link up with a girl, and have a good time with her. So when texting any woman, limit your text to 3 to 10 texts a day. Actually, not even 10, 3 to 5 texts a day. So boom, you're hitting her up now, and you could be like, listen, me and you had a way better conversation in person. So how about we link up this weekend, get some brunch, get a drink and whatnot. A lot of guys don't be shooting their shot immediately when they get into text. And I've talked to countless of women. Don't jump the gun right away when you're in text. They're going to assume that you actually don't have the RIZZ or confidence to actually let them know that, hey, yo, I want to go on a date with you. And then the longer you take, the more worse it gets for you. Because let's say it took you like 2 weeks to do it. At that point, she could be already interested in another man. Another man could have swooped her off her feet. So boom, when you're talking to these women, make sure you tell her everything we could say in text, we could talk in person. So let's say she finally agreed to the date, which she did because you got a whole lot of RIZZ. Do not contact her until date day. Women always look for things to disqualify you when getting to know you. So if you talk to her all week until date day and you tell her about yourself, she technically has no reason to actually go on the date with you. And a lot of men be saying way too much, to a point where you actually said something and it actually offended her, and now she doesn't want to go on the date with you. Funny thing is, when you don't text her until date day, you actually create more mystery for her, and mystery creates attraction. Now on date day, what I like to do, I actually like to FaceTime the girl, and I'll be like, I'm ready, I'm about to leave out. And you can actually have a seductive voice on, and you can actually set the tone of the date on the FaceTime call. But you only do this a few hours before the date actually starts, probably like 1 hour to 30 minutes. So now that you have gotten that out of the way, the next point is break down the barrier as fast as possible. When you have gotten on a date with any girl, usually it's at the warm-up phase. This gets a little awkward. Sometimes she's staring at you and you're staring at her and there's nothing being said. But what you need to do is you need to make the vibe with you and her as chill as possible. You need to make her feel extremely comfortable with you. And the way you do that is by actually leading the conversation, actually having the confidence to direct where you want the conversation with you and her to go. So you can start with layers. You can start with surface level questions. How's your day been? How are you? Do you drive? Do you have a driver's license? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite fruit? These are the questions where you actually get her comfortable with talking to you. Now, after you've got her warmed up to you, the next thing I like to do on a date is I like to tease her. I like to say, oh, you're hella shy. And chances are she's gonna be like, no, I'm not shy. And then she's gonna try and show you that she is not shy. Then I'll be like, oh, you can't even look me in my eyes. And then we could have like a little staring contest. Little games like that. You are teasing her. You are actually pulling her out of her comfort zone. You're actually calling her out on her insecurities. And women actually love this. This is a great way to flirt with her. After you are done teasing her, the next one is you need to find a way to actually break the touch barrier with her. What I like to do personally, if she has on some nice ass nails, I'm gonna pick up the nails, pick up her hand and be like, oh, you have some nice ass nails. Where do you get them from? Meanwhile, I don't give a shit where she got them from. I'm just trying to break the touch barrier. And it doesn't have to be a long ass hold. You don't need to be holding onto her hand. All you just need to do is take up her hand, look at her nails, say she has nice nails, and put back down her hand. But once you have done that, you have initially broke the touch barrier with her. Now, she's actually going to feel comfortable with touching you from now on because you found a sneaky way to actually break the touch barrier with her. If she got a bracelet, if she got a chain on, you can also do the same thing. So look what you're building right now. Now you're looking her in her eyes. You're teasing her. You have now broken the touch barrier. All these things are going to make a woman more attractive with you. So now, bringing her to a spot. Make sure before you start the date, you have 2 spots to actually bring the woman. Or you can copy what I do. I go to Starbucks with a girl, get her a little drink. Then after I park up, I get to know her. And then after, when I feel like she's warmed up to me enough, I change the location, I change the place. And usually I go to a local park, a local bridge with some water. Basically a nice ass place that doesn't require money. The goal of this is, do not, after you have bought her the drink and you sit down in Starbucks or you sit down in your car, do not leave until she's fully warmed up with you. And how you know a woman is warmed up with you, watch her body language. Watch if she's laughing a whole lot. If she has a sweater, look if she took off that sweater to show more of her curves off. Women do little things all the time, but it's your job to actually pick up on those things. So now that she's all warmed up to you and you took her to the park, and you raised her attraction, and you teased her, and you did everything I told you to do. Now you need to strike where the iron is hot. The park where you took her, this is where you need to make moves. You can sit on a bench, you can pause, and you can point out and find one feature on her that you know that nobody has complimented on. Now listen, every guy compliments, oh, you look good, you're beautiful. You don't want none of that. Say things like, oh, I like the way your eyebrows are shaped. I like the way you walk elegantly. And if you have ever watched any other of my videos, you know not to validate a girl when you're on a date. So chances are, most likely, she's actually going to be fishing for a compliment. But you're not going to give a compliment what you think she wants, because every guy does that. You're going to give her a compliment that no guy does. Compliment that I like to give personally, I like how your jawline's shaped. And actually, I like to touch them right here. Obviously with consent first. So then you can actually pull her hair back and then you can actually touch her jawline where you said that looks nice. Now as you are doing this, I want you to give her complete eye contact. Use your eyes, look down on her lips, look back up again. Look down on her lips, look back up again. This is gonna tell her that, hey, yo, I wanna kiss you. You're not gonna kiss her. You're actually gonna pull back and act like that shit never even happened. Essentially what you have done here, she has expected a kiss from you, but now you have actually pulled away. So now she's actually going to want a kiss from you now. And you could do this actually 2 to 3 times. But on the 4th time, you definitely want to kiss her. Keep your lips hella soft for the first kiss and don't put your tongue down her throat. That is the worst thing you could do. Now you want to have a maximum of 3 kisses while you're at the park. No more than that. Because you actually want to make your way after you have rizzed her up in the park back to the car. Once you guys have more privacy in the car, I guarantee you guys are going to be kissing like no tomorrow. You're gonna be full out making out with this woman. Now, this is gonna escalate real quick if you're making out hot. And most of the time, you're actually going to make her horny. Once you have got to this stage, basically it's easy work. She might say things like, oh, you're a player, I just don't trust you. Don't let that come off your game, because that's all good signs. That means she actually wants you. Girl that didn't want you are not going to say those things. So now as you're in the car with her and you're kissing her, you guys are making out, you can touch her on her thigh, kiss her on her neck, kiss her behind the ears, because that's a good sensitive spot as well that a lot of you guys miss. And all these combos that you're dropping on her, them left boom 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 combos, bro, she's gonna get so aroused with you. Now if she's with it, she's going to actually let you go to somewhere private, drive to somewhere private, so you guys can actually have some more fun. And if she's not with it, let's say she doesn't want to go somewhere private and she doesn't want to give it up yet, that's cool too. Be chill with that. Most guys are gonna get really butthurt. You gotta always be on your A game and know that, hey yo, there's always the next time. And if this doesn't work out, I got my other options too. Once you get to the next spot, make sure you do a lot of consent. But yeah, this is the point where you can get really freaky with her. You can take her hand and put it on your you know what I'm talking about. Let her play with it a little bit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But listen, there's actually gonna be a part 2 to this. So I need you right now to like this video, subscribe, and I need everybody on this video who's watching this, I need you to comment. So watch these 2 videos on the end screen right now.